Hey everyone, today I'm taking a look at Satya Nadella's 6-year stint as the CEO of Microsoft. I will try to go beyond the numbers a little bit. I look at some of the cultural and strategic transformations he's brought in the company to make it the most valuable in the world. Let's begin. But numbers are important as well. Let's take a quick look. Stock price since Satya moved in has jumped 327%, comfortably outperforming the market. The stock did well under the last CEO Steve Ballmer's time as well, but it was primarily due to Windows and Office sales. But in case of Satya, it's driven by the performance of Azure Cloud, which has jumped from 5 billion to 44 billion in Q4 2019. But how are they doing in 2020? Even better. Azure saw a 62% surge. They've crossed 50 billion in revenue, and all the other services are also showing a solid growth. Commercial revenue is up 27%, Dynamics is up 12%, LinkedIn is up 24%, Surface is up 6%, and Windows is up 18%. So very solid growth in 2020 as well. Satya is doing some things right. Let's see how. Another important victory for Microsoft in 2019 was its winning of the Pentagon's $10 billion cloud contract, the biggest ever cloud contract given out. This was a testament to two things. One, obviously how far Microsoft has come up as a cloud company against the much larger Amazon Web Services, but also to President Trump's relationship with Jeff Bezos. We won't get too much into the Jeff Bezos-Donald Trump relationship. Suffice to say they don't like each other, have made public comments critical of each other. Donald Trump hates Jeff Bezos, hates Amazon's tax evasion policies, hates the Washington Post, which Jeff Bezos owns, which is usually critical of his policies.
If I become president, do they have problems?
It's a long story. You can check out this story in the link I'll provide below. So to understand the Microsoft that Satya inherited, it's important to look at his predecessor, Steve Ballmer, who became CEO after Bill Gates, who was a great sales guy, triple revenue in the 12 years he was CEO, double profits. He was also the one who put the emphasis on cloud and asked Satya to lead Azure. Did I say great sales guy?
Introducing new Microsoft Windows XP. How much do you want this totally new Windows? Wait just 1 minute before you answer. Watch one.
Quite a character, lot of energy.
Ladies and gentlemen, Steve Ballmer!
And knows how to make a point.
Developers.
If you missed that, developers. This will be the backing track for the next segment. So Steve Ballmer focused primarily on sales, driving up Windows and Office revenues, making them their cash cows, but missed out on almost all the other technological shifts happening in this time, from mobile to social. But yeah, he was a funny, high energy guy. He was a funny guy. So to take a simplistic view of the CEO role, one of the most important responsibilities is to identify the key technology trends happening in the market. Steve Ballmer somehow missed most of the major ones happening. He missed mobile and he missed social media. In 2007, Steve Jobs was making this legendary announcement.
An iPod, a phone. Are you getting it?
3 devices.
These are not 3 separate devices. This is one device. And we are calling it iPhone.
Steve Jobs launches the iPhone, and let's take a look at what Steve Ballmer said about it. This is Steve Ballmer when questioned on the iPhone.
He's getting some traction, then Steve Jobs goes to Macworld and he pulls out this iPhone. What was your first reaction when you saw that?
$500 fully subsidized with a plan? I said, that is the most expensive phone in the world, and it doesn't appeal to business customers because it doesn't have a keyboard, which makes it not a very good email machine. Now, it may sell very well or not. We have our strategy. We've got great Windows mobile devices in the market.
So Ballmer later tried to acquire Nokia to finally get into the smartphone game. That led to a $7.5 billion write-down. That didn't work out. Made some other mistakes, tried to make phones for the enterprise from Kin. That didn't work out. Tried to buy a digital marketing company called Aquantive, another $6.2 billion write-down. The Surface RT, when it finally tried to get into the RT game, into the hardware game, was too expensive. Tried to fight Google and search, bled Microsoft money when he should have been focusing on Windows Phone on the software side. So Ballmer always kept saying Microsoft is a software company, which is why they were late to the hardware game. But even on the software side, he let Android win the mobile OS market. And of course, his crowning glory is Windows Vista, probably the worst operating system ever made. So he left Microsoft in a precarious place, and this is where Satya picked up. So Satya's primary focus since he's taken over as CEO of Microsoft 6 years ago is a shift from a Microsoft-only, Windows-only software licensing giant to a company which is collaborative, which is innovative, which is open, which is willing to partner, and which is willing to be a platform to enable customers and businesses to succeed. This can be best shown from his first statement as CEO, where Bill Gates had just announced him.
This business of ours is an exciting business. And one of the core things that we've got to realize is that this business does not really respect tradition. What it respects is innovation on a go-forward basis.
Satya's new look, open, collaborative Microsoft began to show up in the market. Microsoft settled long-standing patent disputes with Google, with Salesforce. This is 2010 when Microsoft was suing Salesforce for a bunch of patent infringements. This is 2015. Satya is actually appearing at Salesforce's annual event at Dreamforce. This is Mark Benioff, the Salesforce CEO. Satya had no problem acknowledging where other companies were doing better than itself. He brought in a culture of humility and empathy. This is Satya demoing Microsoft features at a Microsoft event using an iPhone. No problem. Can you imagine? There was always the colorful history that Linux and Microsoft had. Satya had no problem demonstrating.
Microsoft loves Linux. 20%.
But they had no problem saying Microsoft loves Linux, and he went out of his way to ensure that Azure works beautifully with any Linux deployments. Microsoft also showed its commitment to the open source community by joining the Open Invention Network community. It finally admitted defeat on mobile, admitting that the Windows Phone is dead. It has openly embraced Android since then. I think a lot of integrations between Microsoft and Android can be seen soon. Microsoft is also releasing amazing new devices running Android. It has also released amazing native apps for both iOS and Android since then. It also retired Groove, choosing to partner instead with the larger Spotify, and also the new empathetic Microsoft also has created a $25 million grant for its AI for Accessibility program. Another change in strategy is Microsoft's shift of focus away from Windows. Cloud and AI are Microsoft's bets for the future. Satya's vision for Windows is going beyond Windows only to providing the best possible experience for customers for any Microsoft software or service across any platform or operating system. Microsoft's acquisition strategy has also aligned with this new collaborative platform approach. It bought LinkedIn for $26 billion in order to have access to the world's largest professional work community. It also completed the acquisition of GitHub, the world's largest community of developers, the largest code repository. These acquisitions also align with Satya's vision of a more open, collaborative Microsoft. So in conclusion, Satya's focus on transforming Microsoft's culture, his shift in strategy from Windows first to mobile, cloud and AI, and acquisitions to back this strategy has led to his success so far. So what's next for Microsoft? What I'm super excited about is their new line of hardware, the Surface Neo and the Surface Duo, foldable computers. Beautiful design language, sleek curves, love it. Really excited about this one. Not really sure about the other two. Satya seems to love the HoloLens.
My hands around, the HoloLens 2 is actually calibrating to my unique
I personally
hand size.
not very
of
excited
course,
about this.
Not only does the HoloLens
Clunky wearable hardware. I've had bad experiences. Not so sure about the next generation of the Xbox either. I'm hoping cloud gaming evolves sufficiently in 2021 for us to not need another generation of consoles again. That's been my video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the Dig Deep channel. See you again. Bye.